I will just start with the example which my learned senior has given, which is on the page 20 of our supplementary counter affidavit. Now, Your Lordship, I will just point out first to one thing before coming to the calculation of backlog, that in this particular example which has been given about the subject of Maithili in the Lalit Narayan Mithila University, you would see, Your Lordship, that the working strength of unreserved category is 24, and in the present manner of bifurcation, the 6 posts current vacancy, the 3 posts has been given to unreserved. So after this recruitment is complete, there will be 27 posts belonging to unreserved category and 27 posts belonging to reserved category. So the basic purpose of calculating the backlog in this manner is that if it is not calculated in this manner, the deficiency with respect to the reserved categories will never be fulfilled. Your Lordship, I will just give an example. Your Lordship, why it appears that the reserved category is being given more than their share. Suppose if in a particular post the total sanctioned strength is 100 and the current working strength is 40, and out of 40 there are 30 people who belong to unreserved category and 10 people who belong to reserved category. So that means the difference is 20. So the calculation, which is not only in this case, Your Lordship, after the Constitution 81st Amendment and after the Bihar Act 13 of 2004, it is being followed in each and every recruitment of Bihar government. And so in this particular case, how it will be calculated, that because the difference
so every time whenever you make recruitment, you look into the entire cadastre?
Yes,
and
Your Lordship.
See how many of them are
yes, Your Lordship. Yes, Your Lordship. That is how Your Lordship, just
that is what you do.
Yes, Your Lordship. So what happens, Your Lordship, that in this particular case, I just gave the illustration that out of 100, 40 are working, 30 are unreserved and 10 are reserved. So there is a difference of 20. So what happens, that this backlog of 20 is kept as a distinct class out of the total vacancy of 60, and then rest 40, 20 is distributed. Now what happens, that it will appear to the general public that out of the total 60 advertised vacancies, 40 belongs to the reserved category while only 20 is going to the unreserved category. But Your Lordship may see that after the recruitment is complete, the number will be exactly 50-50. Your Lordship, the entire purpose of the 81st Amendment and the entire purpose of the Bihar Act 13 by 2004, adopting that amendment and amending our act of 1991 as per that constitutional amendment was that only, that otherwise what will happen is that if we don't take the working strength in mind, then the percentage of the backward classes, I am saying backward classes in the sense covering all the reserved categories, will never be fulfilled, because if we only take the entire thing as the current vacancy, it will not be fulfilled. That is how it happens. And Your Lordship, this formula is not particularly, it has been applied to this teacher's case. Number 2, Your Lordship, is that after Your Lordship ordered on the last date on 20th of December, after that we called each and every university with all the papers. They camped here and at least 3 to 4 rounds of meetings have taken place. Our people have gone to each and every document through which they have calculated the reservation roster and the approval given by the respective divisional commissioners, which was authorized by the General Administration Department. And we have found that there is, at least at our level, we have found that there is no fault as far as the direction of GAD is concerned in calculating the backlog and in calculating the reservation vacancies. So, Your Lordship,
as per your own calculation, whatever was advertised,
yes,
was in conformity with the
conformity with the Reservation Amendment Act being followed by the state of Bihar and the reservation policy and procedure being followed by the state of Bihar in each and every recruitment. Your Lordship. Now,
in each and every recruitment, we are not asking. We are asking about this recruitment.
About this particular recruitment, Your Lordship, we have gone through each, and because the vacancies have been calculated subject wise and then university wise. It is not that the total vacancy of Bihar has been taken into account. And after that, it is the, whatever is going to the university, it is the summation of entire thing.
Are you saying that the reservation is applied university wise?
It is university wise, not only university wise, subject wise.
That's what we are asking you. Suppose there are only 2 teachers required in a particular faculty in a particular university, then for them the reservation is applied
Yes.
as per 2.
Yes, separately. It will be for 2 separately.
That is what you have done?
Yes, your lordship. It is for the, because as per.
Have you treated them as counted for the total number of numbers of vacancies for a particular subject? Say suppose a assistant professor in political science is required. You have 18 universities, I believe?
13 universities, your lordship.
13 universities.
And your
And
lordship.
in those 13 universities, if one university has only 5 posts,
So the reservation roster will be applied to only those 5 posts. Because each university is an autonomous entity and it is not that the state government is appointing them. It is the universities which are appointing them.
in those 5 posts there will be no reservation for SC.
No, your
There
lordship.
will be no reservation for... That is how you have done?
No, even then post will go, your lordship. What I am
That is
saying.
why I am asking you again. See, when there are posts less than 9, the roster is different.
That, your lordship,
Roster is different.
your lordship, that will.
That L-shaped roster is required to be followed.
Your
And
lordship.
whereas a regular roster would be applied where there are posts more than 10. Have you done that
Yes, your lordship.
for each university?
For each university. Your lordship, let me just finish in 5 minutes, your lordship.
That's why we wanted to know your entire details. We would
Your
have checked it
lordship,
up.
your lordship, we have collected the entire detail and that we will submit also. We could not submit it the entire detail in this, but we calculated this and based on that we have just given one example, but it is not the only example. Your lordship, in the reservation calculation.
I want to know one thing from you. Have you, because at the time when the advertisement was issued, did you do that? Or is it afterwards that you have
No,
done
your
this
lordship.
exercise when you have...
No, your lordship. Your lordship, when the advertisement was issued before. Prior to that, your lordship, each and every university fellows were called here. There was a detailed workshop. They were explained how to do it. Then they did it. It was preliminarily scrutinized. Then they submitted it to respective
All
divisional.
right, so you will give us those. All right, yes. Come to your next point.
Yeah, your lordship. The second thing, your lordship, in the last hearing, another suspicion was raised that this is not the 3rd recruitment year, this is the 4th recruitment year. So, your lordship, we have checked that also. After the post-based roster came into existence in 1995 after Sabharwal decision and circular of Bihar government number 117 dated 39/1995. After that, the first advertisement which was issued was in the year 1997 and the appointments took place sometime in 2003. The second advertisements were published in the year 2014 by Bihar Public Service Commission, and this is the 3rd round of recruitment which is being done by the Bihar University Service Commission. So there is no doubt in that after 1995 this is only the 3rd recruitment and not the 4th recruitment as such. So on that point there is no doubt. On the first point, as I told you, your lordship, that
This is the 3rd recruitment.
this is the 3rd recruitment, that why the backlog is being calculated like that, because if the backlog is not calculated like that, so in this particular case what will happen, your lordship, the illustration which I just gave, that out of 40 people, 30 belong to unreserved category and 10 belongs to reserved category. Now in the rest 60 vacancies, if we do it 30-30, so that means after the recruitment there will be 30 plus 30, that is 60 people belonging to the unreserved category and only 40 belonging to the reserved category. So just to remove this anomaly, your lordship, the Constitution 81st Amendment was done and the backlog was treated as a distinct class in itself. Your lordship.
What is backlog?
Your lordship, the backlog is very clear. Backlog is very clear that whenever the recruitment is going to take place, in every recruitment year. Unfortunately, because in the case of assistant professors, the recruitment does not take place every year, unlike the other public. Backlog is very clear that whenever the recruitment is going to take place in every recruitment year. Unfortunately, because in the case of assistant professors, the recruitment does not take place every year, unlike the other public services. So whenever the recruitment is going to take place, at that time the existing strength and the existing reserve category strength is calculated, and based on that the backlog is calculated. What your lordship, my learned, my senior and my friend, what he was referring to was actually the carry forward. Now carry forward, the concept is different. Carry forward means in a particular year a vacancy is advertised, and after that we don't get suitable candidate belonging to that particular category, then that becomes a carry forward. Here there is no question of carry forward. It is only a backlog vacancy, and as far as 2014, which our learned senior said that he doesn't have any objection, in that year what happened, that because immediately we had to start the process, so in general the state government took the decision that you advertise only 75% of the vacancies. That was done in the year 2014. That time this kind of detailed calculation.
You said 75% for
of the
general
vacancies.
and 25% will be kept as backlog.
No, it was not kept as backlog. 25% was in general kept aside, and only 75% vacancies was advertised, and based on that the recruitments took place. Now in the year 2020, we didn't go to any lump sum formula, but we calculated on each and every post for each and every subject for each and every university. My lordship, my only submission, humble submission before this August court is, number one, your lordship, there is a large number of vacancies in the university assistant professors. Unfortunately, in Bihar, the recruitment process takes time. After the 2014 process still is going on with respect to some subject. Your lordship, the process has started in 2020, and we are in January 2023. Only one recommendation with respect to a major subject has been received by the government, that is in Hindi. My humble submission before the honorable court is twofold. Number one, your lordship may allow the appointment process to continue, and if your lordship is still not satisfied by our calculation of the reservation category, then your lordship may direct the General Administration Department to scrutinize the entire records and do it again, and I on behalf of the government take the responsibility and give the assurance that if after that any further post is required to be given to the unreserved category, then we will give it either from the vacancies arising after 2020 or by creating new posts. In between, several new posts have also been created in several universities, so we will give those posts, but we will not allow any injustice to happen to the unreserved category. That is my humble submission, your lordship.
All right.